I'm Ronan Lynch, and Gracie is making me do this because she's been keeping me hostage, which, I mean, if I wanted to get out, I could, but it's kind of fun here, so everything's cool. I'm supposed to recommend books to my friends, I guess. So I have 2 books for each person, 2 for Adam to recommend, 2 for Noah, 2 for Gansey, and 2 for Blue. So I guess I'll start that so I can get this over with. Gracie's glaring at me. I'll go back. I'll start with Adam. The first book I'm going to recommend to Adam is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This book is about a girl on an island because she's rich, and something happened a couple summers ago that she's blocking from her memory. And I think, Adam, you enjoy mysteries more than you like to admit, but I think you will enjoy this. The second book I'm going to recommend to Adam is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This is a series. There are 3 books out. There's going to be 7. I think you will like it because it's about a girl who has powers, and it has some fighting, and she starts as kind of a lonely meh girl. Not to say that you're lonely, don't come for me, and then she finds friends and lovers, and she works on her cool powers, I guess, and I don't know. I think you would like the political intrigue of this book. Now for Noah, I have another 2 books. So the first one is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. He has a weird name. And this is about a boy who's like you, Noah. He's basically you. He's basically a ghost because he kind of stands there and does nothing, just watches people, which sounds creepy. It is. And Charlie, I think his name Charlie, in this book finds friends. So I think you would relate to Charlie. You guys have a lot of the same issues in your life. And it's a small book, so maybe you won't disappear every time you try to read it. Maybe you'll actually get through it. The second book I'm recommending to Noah is everyone's alien when you're alien too, by Jomny Sun. It's not like I've read this book or anything because no, I haven't read this book. Definitely have not read this book. I mean, can you imagine me reading this book? It has this. Does that look like a book I'd read, Noah? I don't think so. So I haven't read this book, but I think you would like it, Noah, because I've been told that it has a lot of deep meaning, even though I don't know how you can get that from a comic that is that Gansey. So I picked you 2 books. I just realized that both of these books are for 10-year-olds, but sometimes I think that is what you are inside, a 10-year-old looking for a dead body. So the first one I have is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. This is a whole series. There's multiple series that go with it, and I've read a couple of this series. It's this boy named Percy whose mother gets taken, and he tries to go find him, and he's half god, so it kind of has like the Greek god mythology, and Percy's very much like you. The second book I have for Gansey is Furthermore by Tahara Mafi. I'm very sorry. Tahara Mafi, I guess. And this girl named Alice is colorless, and she goes on an adventure to find her father, who's been missing for 3 years, with this other boy named Oliver, and some weird stuff happens. It's very Alice in Wonderland, meant for 10-year-olds. So, I think these books I recommended to you, Gansey, because they're trying to find something, and they're for 10-year-olds, so they fit you perfectly. Blue. And I have a lot of time in that non-psychic mind of yours. So I thought I would give you some big books that you might enjoy. The first one I picked is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is a Black Lives Matter book that is pretty good. This girl named Star witnesses. She has to deal with the trauma of that, and also the publicity that it's getting, and the fact that she has to maybe speak out against the police and white people in general. And I know you like to be an activist, so you can have fun with this one. I'm sure you'll love it. It's long. Take your non-psychic mind off of Gansey and Adam. And the second and last book I have to recommend today is The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. And this is about a girl who goes around killing people, kind of, that did bad things. So it's very cult feminist, and I think you will enjoy that because your whole family, your whole 300 Fox Way is basically a feminist cult of psychics. Just saying. Gracie also wants me to tell you to subscribe and comment, but I don't think she deserves that. The bone...
Squash 1, squash 2, squash 3, and on in squash 4, squash 5, squash 6, and on in squash 7, 8, 9, squash 10, and on and on.